This, but anyway, it is called celebration of international International Day against drug abuse. And it's called like this. So normally we celebrate Father's Day, Mother's Day, Teacher's Day, where we celebrate, respect them, remember them, and the celebrations are done in a big way. Here, this celebration is not respecting the drug, it's the other way. So you can say it is not a celebration, it's kind of an awareness against the drug. And then the question comes, why that awareness is required? Why do you need awareness? And why should we celebrate this day as a kind of a day where we create awareness against the drug of abuse? Now, if you see our lives, every one of us wants freedom. Isn't it? Everybody wants to be free. Nobody wants like bondages. When the bondage comes, we try to remove the bondage and enjoy the freeness, the freedom. Similarly, we don't like dependency. We don't want to be dependent on anything, anyone. We always enjoy independence. That also, in other words, known as freedom. So, independence, that means we want to lead an independent life as far as possible, and we also want to enjoy the freedom. We want to remain free, independent, 24/7. The basic nature, and is common for all of us, in me, including me, you, everyone. Now the problem comes, unknowingly we become dependent. That is the problem. In search of remaining, in search of going for freedom, many a times we get bondages, some kind of bindings. And this is how this narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances come in our life. We should understand why this bondage comes, why these drugs give bondage. So as I said, dependence. We don't like dependence, okay? So we want to be independent. Now, the question, what is this narcotic drug? Okay. So the substance, the chemical which affects the brain, they are normally defined as narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. The difference between psychotropic substance and narcotics is also very important. We should understand. There should be clarity. What is the why it is not a narcotic drugs act? We have mentioned narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. That means there is some difference between narcotics and psychotropic. What is this difference and why both are included in the same act? So the difference is, any psychotropic substance you take, say you take pyrobarbital, for example, or diazepam, this composed tablet, many of you will be knowing. Now this is a psychotropic substance. Now when you take this substance, it induces sound sleep. So the moment you take composed tablet, you get a sound sleep. It doesn't relieve the pain, only single effect. It gives you sound sleep. If there is a pain will remain. Now you take any analgesic, you take analgin drug, you can take brufen, whatever you are comfortable with. Paracetamol also has got some effect. So So that the other part is analgesic drug. Analgesics are not part of psychotropic. Their job is to relieve the pain. So when you take analgesic, it relieves you from the pain. It doesn't give sleep. And when you take psychotropic substance, they give sleep. They don't relieve the pain. So this is the difference. But when you take narcotic drug, what is the difference? Narcotic drugs are, they relieve the pain, induce the sleep. Narcotics is a combination of sedative drug and also analgesic drug. So combination of sedative and analgesic is a narcotic drug. Only sedative is a psychotropic drug. Now the problem in this drug, other than analgesic, you can take, they are not part of NDPS Act. You can take any number of medicines daily for relieving your pain. Now the question comes dependence. As I said, we want to be independent. We don't want to be dependent. Now this dependence in psychology has been described in there are two types of dependence. One is psychological dependence and the other is physical dependence. So for psychological dependence is concerned, it is taken in a normal way. So if a psychological dependence is known as habit. We have a habit of taking tea. So daily after waking up, doing my brushing, etc., the first thing is tea. Now cup of tea taking is a psychological dependence. If I don't take, I don't feel easy, etc. Morning, today I did not get a cup of tea. Some problem will be there, which will give you a kind of unease, that's all. It doesn't do it. So psychological dependence, somebody has got a habit of taking cigarettes, somebody takes alcohol. These are all taken as psychological dependence. There is nothing in the substance which makes you dependent, but it is my personal weakness, my mental weakness. I go for tea daily, is my problem. Tea doesn't give me any kind of habit. Tea doesn't have habit forming property. It is my mental weakness because of which I daily need tea. Now, the other problem is physical dependence. This is more serious. Physical dependence is when you become physically dependent. It is not a psychological problem. Now it is not a habit. The moment you don't take that material, you create physical symptoms. In our language, we call it withdrawal symptoms. When the drug or a particular item is withdrawn, withdrawal symptoms are manifested. And that could be anything. It could be fever, it could be high blood pressure, it could be low blood pressure, it could be diarrhea, it could be constipation, it could be uneasiness, it could be vomiting. Anything can happen when that substance is withdrawn. And if suppose you have a fever and you treat that fever with paracetamol, etc., is not going to be controlled because that withdrawal symptom is because of the withdrawal of that drug. Cannot be treated with any other medicine. You have to give that drug. If suppose the person is an addict of opium, now opium has got this property. If you take opium, you get sound sleep and you also get relief from the pain. Now, when you stop taking opium, there is a physical dependence. So the moment you withdraw that opium, you will have diarrhea, you will have high blood pressure, all kinds of symptoms. Now these symptoms cannot be controlled with a medicine. For that, you have to give opium. Then only these symptoms can be controlled. So physical dependence is very serious. And these drugs are banned because they cause physical dependence. Any narcotic drug you take, any psychotropic substance you take, they are creating physical dependence in me. I become physically dependent. And is unknowingly, somebody tells me, take this drug, and I take the drug. And slowly I enjoy, because every drug has got some uniqueness. They give you a kind of hallucinogens, the hallucinogen effect. Some of them are depression, they give you depressing effect. Some of them are stimulants, so you get extra energy. So there are, depending on the type of drug, you get some kind of effect which gives you a kind of a joy. It could be a temporary joy. But then, because of that joy, etc., you like to take it more. Next day you also feel the same thing. Oh, I enjoyed yesterday. Though that enjoyment was often about maximum 1 hour, but it's there in your mind. Next day again you like to take something. Third day, fourth day. When you take it for continuously 4, 5 days, 6 days, and that is the strength of the drug. How quickly it can make you a dependent is the strongest drug. Why heroin is, or brown sugar is the strongest, phenethine, as he said rightly, because 1 or 2 doses you become dependent. There are drugs, if you take continuously for 15 days, dependence comes. So lesser the doses, lesser the frequency, and you become an addict. Is a powerful drug, and therefore all these drugs are banned. That is number one. Now, because they create physical dependence, you cannot remain without them. You have to have this drug, because now you have become physically and psychologically dependent. Physical includes psychological. Psychological dependence doesn't include physical. You take it. So physical dependence is symptoms which are created, and also to be psychology, you become weak. And then your mind is becomes so weak that it will crave for the drug, for enjoyment. Yeah, I'm restless. I got a diarrhea, I got a vomiting, my blood pressure is fluctuating. I must take that drug. A pudi, a small quantity, 50 milligram, good enough, you take it. Now that's not enough. Now daily you require 50 milligrams of that material. Or if you are taking opium, 1 gram of that material. And if you take it for 1 month, you are fine. After 1 month, you will realize that 1 gram or 50 milligram of that pudi is not giving me that same enjoyment which I was doing earlier. So you need to increase the quantity. Now that 1 gram opium was giving me good kick, now it has become 1.5 gram, then only I enjoy. After 3 months, you take 2 grams, now that 1.5 gram is not good enough, because your body also develops a tolerance. Now you create a tolerance for 1 gram of opium, now you need 1.5 gram, you need 2 grams. There are people who are taking 250 grams of opium daily. 2 gram of opium is fatal. If somebody who has not taken opium any time, any day, and he takes 2 grams, is said as to be fatal. But here, I have seen people taking 100 grams, 200 grams, 250 grams of opium because of the tolerance. Now you can understand in terms of cost. Now that 50 milligram pudi, you were paying 100 rupees per day. Now the quantity has gone 10 times more to get the same enjoyment. So now instead of that 100 rupees, you are paying 1000 rupees per day. Then only you can enjoy. And you cannot come out of it because you are physically and mentally dependent. There is nothing which can stop you. So ultimately you are ruining your body, you are ruining your mind. Your mind is not thinking anything other than this drug. And then if money is not available, you will do some kind of a chori in your house. You will take away money from your house, from your treasury, from your cupboard. Take away keys from your mom, your dad, and take away the money unknowingly. They don't know. That also will last some time. And then money also goes. Now mother, father has no money, but this fellow has spoiled everything. And then this fellow takes away the ornaments of the mother. goes and sells the ornament because he wants to purchase the drug. And we have seen cases where there is no now money, mother also doesn't have ornament, everything has gone. They kill mother, they kill father somehow to get the money so that they can survive, they can take that drug and then remove or handle the physical dependency. So this is the level of destruction. That is why this awareness is required. That do away with the drug. Why? We must understand what are the ill effects of this drug. So there are three types of wars which are now played. There are three types of terrorism. Normal terrorism, where they come with a gun, kill people. Cyber terrorism, they create problems across the globe through cyberspace. And third is narco-terrorism. Now they will destroy the people of the country giving narcotic drugs, narco-terrorism. That's also part of a war. If you want to win on some country, mentally you convert the people in a mental weak condition. Let the public of this country become weak mentally. That also is a victory on war. They spend a lot of money. They try to introduce drugs from different borders to see that more and more addicts are created in the country, so they mentally become weak. They are not able to study now. They are not able to perform their routine duties, and this country will slowly die. So third part of it is narco-terrorism, very serious. Cyber war, very serious. Narco-terrorism, similarly, it is creating problems. So this is how I am not going to talk much on this. I used to give lectures on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances for 1 week continuously. Daily has to take 4 lectures. So it's a huge subject. If you understand the chemistry of it. And then people are so smart because this is a business of crores of millions of dollars. It's not a routine sagbhaji wala business. Millions of dollars. So everybody is interested in becoming, in creating addicts rather. I will call it a victim also, but then addicts. So because I want to sell a drug, if there is no purchaser, how can I maintain my income, etc.? So I put it in samosas, I put this drug in sandwiches, I put some drug in tea, so that you must see, somebody goes to that tea stall only and then enjoys the tea. The rest of the stalls, they are there, but I don't enjoy the tea. I enjoy the tea from this stall only. I enjoy the pan of this panwala only. I enjoy samosas and sandwiches from this place only. It's more dangerous. If you are not enjoying samosas and sandwiches from other stalls, only one stall, that means there is a problem. That awareness is required. Go on changing. There is no problem in taking sandwiches and samosas. Change the stalls. Don't keep one stall common. And slowly that sandwich wala only will start you giving a puri. That's the starting point. Slowly you take sandwich, every day you take sandwich. You take this sandwich for 1 month continuously. And then you say, you will tell that sandwich wala, I am not enjoying the sandwich which I took the first time. Because peak is not coming. You need more quantity. Then you say, oh, you are not enjoying, take this puri. That will give you much more enjoyment than what you are seeking for. And then he makes you an addict. Very serious issues. Therefore, this awareness is required. And even I tell judges, don't be mild. If the NDPS Act fellow comes, he has to be punished because he is ruining the society. He is ruining our children. And it could be the children of a police officer, they could be children of judges, they could be children of executives. Anybody could be a part of this victim. So be aware. And no mild treatment to this kind of traffickers. Anybody comes to your knowledge, you must immediately inform the police. So this is how we are celebrating this day, to create awareness. Stop abuse of drugs. And is not awareness for me only, create awareness in others also, so that this day becomes a successful celebration. And this is what we decided. I am congratulating Dr. Asa Pandey, because we have Center of Excellence in NDPS. So it's our job. And probably there are only 3-4 centers of excellences in the world in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. So it was our duty to become more active and create awareness. And then some forensic experts have also come from different forensic labs of the country. Now the requirement is multifold. Say for example, you get a brown sugar sample and forensically it is analyzed. Now legally, if you see, NDPS Act says presence of heroin is sufficient to punish a person. So what a forensic expert does, they simply check the presence of heroin. If it is there, they say heroin was detected. Person can be punished. Now that investigation will not be sufficient in the present scenario. You are supposed to do analysis of the total analysis of the material system. If it is 1% heroin, what is 99%? That is very important to establish the source of the material. If there is a brown sugar seized from Punjab and brown sugar seized from Gujarat, are they similar? Is the source similar? That will be decided not based on percentage of heroin, but 99% what are the other ingredients. So detailed analysis is the need of the hour. You have to do total analysis. What is, and come out to what is 100%. I am not interested, heroin is detected. It is fine. Person can be hanged, person can be prosecuted, but we are interested from investigation point of view, what is remaining 99%. And that will give us what is the source. Is this brown sugar similar? What was seized from Rajasthan, seized from Punjab, seized from Gujarat, or they are different? If they are different, that means there are multiple sources which are operating in the country. So this is how it is a very serious issue, needs much more focus, concentration, and we all have to be serious in handling with this kind of issues. So with this I will conclude. Once again, I wish that this awareness program goes in most successful manner, and this awareness will help in creating awareness in others also. Thank you so much.